Hello everyone, this is Dr. Haque. Today I'd like to welcome you all on our first lecture. In the first lecture we'll be learning our human body, its digestion system, and how can we save our health or how can we get our optimum health through nutrition. First of all, you might heard that you don't need that much knowledge. You just know, what to do by eat lots of vegetable. You're gonna be healthy, which is not true actually. Human body is a very complicated. It has a vast knowledge, and we need to know what to do, how to take care of ourselves, what is the true nutrition. Since we don't have the knowledge, what's happening? We are learning from the wrong sources, just simple Google it, and people throwing lots of stuff, and we think we know what to do. We ended up being sick, and if you go to sick, we go to hospital. We get medication. As you know, more than 70% population in the world taking medication on a daily basis. So every medicine has a side effect, thus growing more and more disease. And this lack of knowledge or wrong knowledge from the wrong sources and taking medication, developing more disease, and doctors need to treat your symptom, that makes it more disease. So because of this situation, today medical care and pharma becoming the largest and billion-dollar industry, only by wrong knowledge, lack of nutritional knowledge, and treating symptom of the disease instead of going to find the root causes of disease. So we hope that by learning proper nutrition can save our health. We can get healthy generation. We can make the world safe from the food problem and epidemic of disease. So very first, I will go down is mostly, first of all, human anatomy and physiology. In this anatomy and physiology, we'll go briefly because it's a vast knowledge. It needs a one whole course to learn anatomy and physiology and human body. So I'll go shortly over the human body, its systems, how it works, and then I'll go on the digestive tract. How can you get back your health by taking care of your digestion system? That's the purpose of this course, of this lesson, which is the first lecture today. So first of all, anatomy. What is anatomy? Anatomy is how the body, different parts are, like the knowledge of different parts of the body, like our hand, our liver, our brain, our leg, our bone. So every part, knowledge of every part, knowing every part of our body is called anatomy. And as you saw that human body has huge organ system that made of organ, an organ made of tissues made of cell. That's how human body came, and every organ working by their by specific way, by making a under the organ system. So, and physiology is how these body parts are working together. That is the physiology. For instance, my self physiology, my anus physiology, my physiology of my stomach, physiology of my brain, physiology of my nervous system, and then level of organization, could be its cellular, chemical, tissue, organ, system, and organism, which means how the organ systems are working together. So organ system. So in a short, cellular level, chemical level, tissue, organ, and organ system. So in total combination is our whole body. So first of all, chemical level. In chemical level, atoms are working together. For instance, atom of mineral, atom of any types of chemical. So atoms in the cell and organs are working together, have a chemical reaction. For instance, you have eaten an apple. You have eaten an apple. After eating, it go to body. It go into millions of billions of chemical reactions to nutrify you, to digest the food, to maintain the how it's serving our whole metabolism. That's how the chemicals, system, chemical level are. And the cell, in the cell have a lot of chemical reactions, chemical system. So cellular level have a lot of chemical level, and this cellular level comes to tissue level. So cellular function, lots of similar types of cell working in a one tissue, and lots of tissue together working in a our organ. And organs again working in the organ system. That's how who we are. And then few biochemistry, we need to understand that, which is metabolism. Metabolism are biochemical process, how the cells, tissues, and organ systems are working, and how the body responds. So when you feel sick, body responds to make you keep you from the from the coldness, or if you feel hot, how body protect yourself from the hot environment. That is called responsiveness, and movement as you need, as you know what is this, and then grow. So we are from one single cell to growing, we become a multi-trillion body, multi-trillion cell together in a whole body. And that every organ, every cell is different, and because same type of cell is a tissue, and same type of tissue is an organ. So they are different. Cell and tissue and organ are different from each other. So again, summary is atomic level, and then cell level going to the tissue level, and tissue level is going to a organ level, and different organ together is an organ system, and different organ system are the who we are. I hope that is clear. And reproduction, we know reproducing our cell every moment. Like for instance, me, I have a multi-trillion cell. This cell every moment reproducing, dying, and developing again. That's how we get sick, that's how we get healthy again. And then homeostasis. Homeostasis level is how human body is reacting or maintaining its system. For instance, something happened in the environment, body receive it, send it to the control center in the brain, and makes our brain to jump on and affect and work on this. That is called homeostasis level. So homeostasis level is like how you are. If you are good homeostasis level, you are healthy. If you are in bad homeostasis level, you are sick. And the extreme, the worst homeostasis level, that means someone is dead. Then go to organ system. Human body has 11 organ system. As you see, nervous system, that is the number 1. You need to be think about, and then skeleton and circulatory. You see, this 11 organ system human body has, and every organ system is working from a specific types of purpose. For instance, let's go to the next one, which is integumentary system. Like human body have a skin, hair, and then that's protecting us from the temperature, from the dirtiness, from the heat and cold and like that. So, or from harmful bacteria and viruses trying to harm us. So skin, hair, and sweat gland and nail are protecting us in the system, so outside part, which is integumentary system. Skeletal systems are like our bones, cartilage, and bone marrow. They are our skeletal system. And then muscular systems are like, everyone know, it's a muscle. Everyone worry about to maintain his muscle. Yes, you should be worried about always how can keep your muscle enough to be strong and healthy. And then as you see, the next one is nervous system, the most important system of our human body. If I simple make you get scared, right? So you get scared because your nervous system got the signal that something scary coming up, and your brain took the signal and then make you alert. You see, so nervous system is brain, spinal cord, all the nerves and sensible organs. It saves us from all kinds of how you feel, how you doing. Not only that, nervous systems also, like drink something, right? How do you need to drink something? That body feel that you need some water, so you get a glass of water and drink it. So that is the nervous system. Let me drink some water, by the way. And then you feel hot, so you need a blanket when you go to sleep. So who tells you about it? Your nervous system. And the next one is endocrine system. Have you heard about any hormone? Have you heard about any testosterone, progesterone types of hormone? Yes. So this endocrine system is actually different types of gland, thyroid in here, and then adrenal gland although in the back, lower back, below the kidney, something it's like that. And then so these endocrine systems are actually working to producing hormone and balancing your hormone as needed. Okay. And then the next one is cardiovascular systems, which is actually carry the nutrient through the vessel into the into the heart, and is purify our blood. So that is the cardiovascular system. Say heart all the time pumping, so purifying our blood, and distributing clean blood through the body. And this is cardiovascular system is very important also because it fight with the foreign substances. Something comes up, then heart need to fight back to protect your body. And then lymphatic system. Lymphatic system is about your some protecting organ. They protect your body, and they work parallel to other organs and organ system. For instance, tonsils, giving you guard from the foreign substances, from foreign bacteria, virus attack, and it defending you from the infection. Also, it helping you to be safe to function well. And respiratory system is, which is simply is absorbing oxygen and taking carbon dioxide from your body. So it's a lung, your sinuses, your alveoli in the lung. So they always purifying your airflow. So getting oxygen, getting carbon dioxide out of your body. That is respiratory system. And then digestion system, which is the most important part and most confusing part in our body, because our start from our mouth, you go to esophagus, you go to your stomach, then intestine, then anus, and then rectum. So whole system together is a digestion system. So as you see in the screen, it's just from teeth, tongue, and then all the way up to the large intestine, and all the organs are involved to digest your food, from eating to make it to feces, make it to as a bowel movement, and giving nutrify your body whenever you do that. And urinary system is the one which is basically getting rid of waste and balancing acid and base system in your body. That's the urinary system. And reproductive system, how we producing our offspring and our generations, is involve all our private parts and bladder and stuff like that. And human body have a couple of division. We need to know about that. For instance, someone of your friends and family or your client, when you starting your own clinic as a nutritionist, then your client say, oh, I get a pain in here. Then you need to know what part of organ in that part. Someone say, I got a pain in my left side. Let me put it down. I got a pain in my left side. So you need to know what organ is located in the left side, left upper or left lower. We need to know about that. For instance, you see in here, in the very top middle is the one you have a heart, you have a stomach in here, and then if you see the top right corner, you have a liver in here under the right below the ribs. And if you see someone getting pain in the navel area, which is in here, so this is the intestines, mostly small intestine, then lower intestine, and someone gets pain all the way below, that is the bladder. So depending on what part of the body have some discomfort and issue, that's how you diagnose what problem he's going through. So you need to know what organ is located in what part of the body. So as I said, digestive system, digestion system is very much confusing, complicated, and most important. In our digestive system, first start with the mouth, as I said, then teeth, then glands who salivate your food, then esophagus, all the way to stomach here, and stomach digest your food, send it to the liver, nutrients absorbed by small intestines sent to the liver, and then waste of the food go convert into the feces through the large intestine and come out of the body through rectum and anus. That is simple digestion system is. So if you go more specifically, first step is ingestion. You might think, oh, I just swallow the food and it's going to be digesting. That's one step. It's not. Digestion is a 6-step process. So first step is you need to ingest as a liquid food. You chew your food, keep chewing until it becomes liquid in your mouth. And then that liquid food go to the stomach through the esophagus. You see, moving through the population, this moving through the esophagus, and then mechanical digestion, whenever you chewing, it actual digestion started. Because when you're chewing, you start digesting your food. Because gland in here, they producing amylase to digest the starch in the mouth. And then it go to esophagus. Esophagus mechanically break down the food by pumping, and then send it to the chemical digestion in the stomach. The stomach also do mechanical plus chemical digestion by secreting enzyme in the stomach, and then after that it go to the absorption, and then that's how you get nutrient to the liver. So as you see, it is like a hollow tube. So you put in here coming to the stomach, then small intestine, and then large intestine, and coming as a brown feces, right? Let's go compare our digestion with a different animal. For instance, there are some animal, they just simple absorb, take the food, they have only one mouth, one only ingestion. They don't have, anus or any other organ to get out of this food as a feces or bowel. So what they do, they eat the food until they make feces, until they make bowel, they cannot eat anymore because only one mouth they have. That's mouth, they absorb the food, they release their wastage as well. So only one way. We got the human being, but the animal, but we got the privilege that we have a way to eliminate our waste. But there are some animal like cow or any kinds of animal, their digestion is so more simpler than us, so they don't need to worry about specific time or diet and stuff. They just need to keep eating whole day, keep digesting whole day, keep eliminating whole day. But we don't have the opportunity, we don't have the privilege. We have to eat by thinking then how it digests. Until you digest the food, you should not eat the food anymore. So first of all, mouth, when you chew until it liquid, and enzymes secreted by gland and food being digested as a turn to liquid, and then liquid food comes to the stomach through the esophagus. The long hollow tube, it is like a 25 centimeter long hollow tube, and then when it comes to stomach secrete the acid and amylase for the carbohydrate, and also pepsin to break down the amino acid or protein. So protein into amino acid. So stomach do two way, mechanically and chemically. Mechanically, it breaks down the food, and chemically by acid and by pepsin. And then under the stomach, there tiny organism is called pancreas. Pancreas also release all kinds of enzyme to digest the food. When you think about the stomach, you have to understand that stomach have a two gate. The gate is called cardiac sphincter. This sphincter is very important because if this sphincter get loose in here, that would be a big problem, because that gonna take the acid which you need to digest our food, that is gonna come out to here or to bottom. So two sphincter need to be nice and close. When pH is below 3, they are nice and close. If not, acid comes out and we thought that, oh, I got too much acid. It's not too much acid, it actually acid coming out because my sphincter got loose, because I got lost enough acid in my stomach to digest my food. Because stomach job is, first thing they do, they secrete acid, kill the foreign bacteria, and then all kind of unwanted living species coming to the food to kill them. If you don't have the opportunity of enough acidic level, imagine we ingesting food but it's not being sterilized in the stomach, so we'll get sick and we will get acidity and all kind of infection problems. When you have, next is pancreas. You see, pancreas is a magical organ sitting right below. You see the stomach here, right below the pancreas. It's right below the pancreas. So this pancreas is magical because it produces lots of enzyme. For instance, it develops protease to digest the protein. It releases lipase to digest the fat molecule. It also make the buffer by bicarbonate neutralize acid. If you have extra acid in the stomach, pancreas can neutralize that. And pancreas also regulate blood sugar because it releases insulin hormone so that sugar molecule convert into the energy so that you don't get excess sugar. So whenever pancreas cannot work properly, then you get diabetes. So diabetes are two types, type 1 and type 2. When you get type 1, which is this magical organ, pancreas is not producing insulin to convert your sugar molecule into the energy. But type 2 is different. Type 2 is pancreas is producing insulin, but our body is become resistant towards the insulin because long time we have been taking a lot of extra sugar. Instead of nutrifying our body, we just keep taking sugar molecule. Imagine our morning, we get breakfast is bread and pasta and noodles. Lunch we're getting rice and bread and sandwich and burger. Snacks we're getting cake and pastry and cookie and biscuit and pastry. What is dinner? Again pizza. Again maybe spaghetti. Again maybe noodles. Again maybe rice on bread. So whole day we're taking sugar for a long period of time. Then our body becomes resistant to the pancreas or to the insulin. So insulin is unable to convert all the sugar molecule into the energy. So blood gets high sugar, which we call type 2. There are other types of diabetes like type 1.5, type 3, type 4. That is not that important to know. But we need to know two types of diabetes, type 1 and type 2. Type 1 is called juvenile diabetes. People get diabetes in early age because pancreas wear out. So pancreas is not producing insulin. Type 2, we have enough insulin, but it's not converting sugar molecule into the energy. And imagine when you go to a doctor, type 2, they're going to put you more insulin. So diabetes is getting higher and higher because already have too much insulin. The problem is insulin is not being converted. Insulin is unable to convert sugar molecules into the energy. So putting more insulin is not solving the problem, but temporarily pushing more to convert sugar into the energy. But in the long run, you're getting more insulin, more hormone, because insulin is a hormone. That's gonna make a more hormone, and insulin is too much in your body. That's gonna make more hormonal imbalance. Then our gland, our thyroid, our adrenal, our gland system is not gonna work properly. That is whole kind of mess, and ended up get cancer and all other health problems. Then liver. Liver is a very important organ because liver need to be taken care of very well because it's like a body manager. How healthy you are depending on how your liver is working. Liver is located very right side in here, right below the ribs or under the ribs, and as you see this purple color, this liver is the largest organ in the body. What it does, it absorbs all the nutrient from the body through small intestine, because food digested in the stomach then come to intestine. Intestine absorb the nutrient, send it to the liver, and liver hold it and supply throughout the body as needed. The another thing is it detoxify your body. Your body have toxicity, and we have been taking all the toxic food and junk whole day, and those junk and toxic food have a lot of toxicity, but we're not dying next day because this liver holding that junk save us, and liver get fat and liver get liver cirrhosis. So liver also producing bile to digest the fat molecule, so it produces bile, give it to the next organ, which is gallbladder, and gallbladder is the one, this tiny molecule under the liver, it holding the bile to digest the fat molecule, because this bile emulsifying lipid or fat molecule is very important, because you have been eating all the fat, but we're not absorbing fat molecule as a digestive as a fatty acid. Why? Because this bile, we don't have enough bile. Liver is get toxicated. Liver cannot produce enough bile, and this bile holder, which is called gallbladder, that is not storing the bile properly, because that's also get inflamed or infected. And a lot of time we underestimating, we underappreciating the role of gallbladder. We're taking out right away. So we need to take care of our body by not putting any toxic, so that liver can produce enough bile and gallbladder can hold enough bile. They don't get inflamed, and we can digest our food properly. We can digest our fatty molecule, protein molecule properly. This needs to be taken care of. Otherwise, taking out the bile holder, which is gallbladder, is going to be a big problem, and we don't digest our food properly. We get all the time we get fatty acid deficiency. 50% world population are deficient of fatty acid. Why? Because of gallbladder is not working properly to digest your fatty molecule, to make you enough brain function, producing your hormone, and then all kinds of stuff done by fatty acid, which comes from the fat. So finally, imagine our digestion system: mouth to stomach, stomach to pancreas, by support of pancreas, storing nutrient in the liver through intestine, and then gallbladder support to digest the fat molecule. So now think about it. Are you taking care of our digestion system? How do you chewing your food? Do you have enough mental stability when you're eating food? Because when you are in not better stable situation, our secretion of enzyme will not work properly. Our enzyme would not be secreted properly if we are not enough stable health or mental relaxation. So imagine we're eating when you're working, we're eating when you are fighting with someone, maybe yelling at your kids, or maybe you are very stressful working your desk. So we have to eat in a relaxed mind, chew properly, and then keep our organs healthy, so they can process your food and take nutrient into the liver, supply to the body as needed. We're not done yet digestion. So when we've done the digestion, but absorption. So after digestion is completed, then small intestine, which is in here, small intestine start absorbing. It's like around the navel area, starts absorbing the food. It has a very tiny villi and microvilli to absorb all the food, and this is very long. This is 21 feet long, this intestine. Imagine food to come to our body, it have to go through all kind of organ, all 21 feet long intestine need to pass. That's when we eat food, it stays in our body minimum 24 hours. And if we eat beef or some kind of toxic food, it stays around 3 days. Even the worst is gluten. When you eat a gluten, which is bread, it stays in our body for 2 months. That's how dangerous gluten is. But if someone is healthy, they can take some level of gluten. But someone with a health problem, they need to be careful eating gluten, which is mostly in wheat made product. So this small intestine is the one absorbing the food, nutrients, and giving into the liver and bloodstream, and so it absorbs 80% of the nutrient, as you see, vitamin, mineral, carbohydrate, protein. So that gives large intestine is the mostly important because how your bowel movement is. So if I ask you, how many of you had good bowel movement today? Most of them are not. Why? Because our feces are not getting out of your body because our large intestine is infected or inflamed because of too much toxicity built up in your system. Excuse me. So we need to maintain our digestion system, our gut absorption, so that large intestine can absorb all kinds of minerals and vitamins and have enough water, so it lubricate our intestine to pass the food into feces and as a bowel movement and to maintain proper elimination system. So if you don't take care of our system properly, you see a lot of infection goes on. You have a gallbladder issue, you have a pancreas issue. If you have a liver issue, you have all kind of appendix issue. So and all kinds of gastric issue. So you should take care of our system so you can get infection. And if you don't do that, we develop all kind of disease. For instance, gastric issue is very common. Like around 50% population are in acidity problem, which have many names: gastritis, acid reflux, and it's also called GERD. So all kinds of.
I found an answer. It's displayed on your iPhone.
So why that acidity problem? Because we've been taking processed food. Processed food, body doesn't know how to digest it. You ingest the processed food, body finds its foreign molecule, and that it can digest properly. That makes indigestion. Indigestion means acidity. Indigestion means food when you have indigestion, then acid comes out through the sphincter of the stomach that I mentioned earlier, and we don't chew our food properly. If you don't chew our food properly, stomach cannot digest it, because stomach digestion have to start from the gland, right in the mouth by the teeth. You have to bite, make it almost liquid, and then send it to the stomach. Then body can digest it, and then mucus layer. So stomach have a different layer, and these layers of mucus get depleted when we have a toxic food, when you have a pH level low, when our microbiomes body, good bacteria are not working properly. So imbalanced gut flora, human body have a good microbiomes. Human body have a 10 times more microbiomes than human body cell. Like human body has a 10 trillion body cell, but human body have 100 trillion to 600 trillion bacteria. They are taking care of our system. Those are in the gut mostly, and those are called gut flora. Good bacteria in the gut, in the stomach, are called gut flora. Stress. We are in the stress. If you are in stress, our enzymes is not being secreted properly, so you cannot digest our food. And dehydration. You might think that, oh, we get a lot of we drink a lot of water, but even though we drink a lot of water, which most people do not, even though they do, still they're going to be dehydrated because they don't have enough mineral in their body. And hormonal imbalance. When you have stress, when you have indigestion, when you have a high acidity, vitamin D depletes, and we get hormonal imbalance. So acidity problem, we can see many different ways. It could be burning sensation, ulceration, scarring, Crohn's disease, and possible cancer. So many problems develop when you have acid problem. So now the problem is, why this acid problem comes up. A lot of people comes to my clinic. They say, Dr. Haque, I got huge acid in my tummy. It's not huge acid, and I ask them, how do you know it's a huge acid? This I feel it, acid comes out. I was like, that's good. If too much acid, which is good, but coming out acid doesn't mean that you have too much acid. When a sphincter, the mouth, the sphincter of the stomach is get loose because of lack of acid. When pH gets above 3, lack of acid, then sphincter get open and the acid comes out. So we need to have enough acid to close the sphincter, cardiac sphincter, the mouth of the stomach, so that acid stay in the stomach, digest our food. So acidity doesn't mean that you got too much acid. You got less acid, but acid coming out because of you got less of acid, sphincter get loose, that acid comes out. So most of the time our medical system is saying that this ulcer and Crohn's disease coming because of H. pylori infection. But according to research, 50% world population have H. pylori. How come they get they are not getting, they're not getting stomach ulcer or gastric or gastritis or acid reflux? It mostly coming from indigestion actually, because research showing that H. pylori they are not sure, and H. pylori is not transferable to one to other. So how can someone get gastritis because of H. pylori? So, and they're not scientists about it. So when you have this kind of indigestion problem, you can see on the tongue. On the tongue, color tells you what kind of indigestion going on. So healthy tongue has to be pale or light pink or light red, and otherwise it become fade. That's anemic problem. Red, that become a like heart problem. If you get a purple type, you get a lot of toxicity build up in your body. So I'm not going to talk about in details about the tongue sign and color and reading the crack and color and then different organ in the tongue, but I can tell you every organ have a point, have a pressure point, have a in the tongue, as you seen here. But we'll talk about that in the next course, which is non-medicinal doctor, which is called, the actual course name is holistic practitioner. We'll talk about us. Look at the nail. Nails also tells you how healthy you are, how your digestion going on, how you're taking care of your system, how healthy you are. Like this called lunula. Lunula is pretty good, less than 1/3, and the color is light pink. That is called healthy and normal person. But when you have this problem, as you see, breaking nail, colorful nail, and then the white stuff on the top of the nail, and then lunula getting much too big, and then darkness, that shows all kind of health problems. You see, different color, different kinds of break, different types of issue showing different health problem that you are. Now the question is how to improve the digestion. First of all, you have to understand that we're not taking care of our digestion. We're not eating right food. We're not eating right way. We're not giving our organs enough support to digest the food. So you have to do that. First of all, intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is the first thing to improve digestion, because we are not like animal. We are not like other small species. Human body digestion system is so much complicated. We need to eat, we need to get break, eat, break, eat, break. So you need to eat some hour and then break your body for long hours to heal, to digest, to absorb, to send the nutrient to the body to function. So according to Harvard Medical School research or many other research showing that intermittent fasting, whole human body go to healing mode. It's like you're sending your body to the body shop to heal. So that's what you're supposed to do. You give your body healing time, healing mode by fasting. And how to improve digestion? You also can, second thing you can do, eat whole food. We're not eating food. The food we eat doesn't have a nutrient. You have to have a plant-based whole food. Some raw, some cooked, but not overcooked, not all raw. Also, we should not eat processed food. Too much frying stuff, we need to avoid that. If you get whole food, plant-based diet, we can improve our. Third thing is no water. Why you need water? Because you didn't drink water whole day. So drink water whole day between 2 meal time, so that when you taking the meal, you don't need to drink water. So no water with the food, because if you take water with the food, it dilute your enzyme who are supposed to be digesting your food. That's why you should be careful when you taking water with the food. So no water is gonna help. And chew properly. As we talked about that, chewing is vital. If you chew, body cannot digest it. Body gonna give you a hard time to give you the nutrient. And this undigested food is gonna go to intestine, and we don't have proper bowel movement. That's gonna be a lot of problem. And probiotics. Probiotics is the good bacteria that support our system and support the digestion, support the enzymes, make the environment to digest properly, like kombucha, kimchi, yogurt, and kefir. There are many types of fermented food in the market. Fermented food, and then get out of the medication. If you don't get out of the medication, you cannot be healthy. Slow by slow, heal your disease naturally, holistically, so that you can get out of the medication and you have to have a strong immune system. How to have proper digestion? For instance, you have to have physically and mentally stable. You have to have enough sleep, movement, improve vitamin D, healthy diet. That all thing you need to take care to improve digestion system and through immune support. So immune system is good, digestion is going to be good. So vitamin D is good, immune is good. Eating healthy, your immune system is going to be working better, and your digestion is going to. So there is a question always, how can you sleep better? You have to understand that our leg has a point for every organ in our body. So if you massage different organ pressure point, then your organ gonna work faster and better. So when suppose you have a lung problem, you see lung, you have a lung problem, lung point you see is gonna tingling or stagnant going on there. Then do massage on there, your lung is gonna work better. You can get a more good sleep. So also you can do that. You can go to relax, hot bath. You can have a sleeping schedule, no electronic weaken your system. So cell phone, TV, everything should be out of your bedroom. You have to sleep in empty stomach, so body can also sleep. When you sleep, human body should not be working digesting your food. Then then you cannot sleep. And reflexology is the one I talked about, that your leg has a pressure point for every organ. You have to pressure on there, you have to massage on there to support that organ which is stopping you to go to sleep. And how to improve digestion? To improve digestion, couple of things you need to do. As I said earlier, in a summary, is intermittent fasting, eat healthy food, whole food, no water, chew thoroughly, get probiotics, and you stay away from or get out of the medication and support the immune system. We have a couple of acidity problem we name as a gastritis, GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease, acid reflux, heartburn. So as I said earlier, what is the root cause of the acidity? Instead of taking medication, where the acidity coming from? Why we eating food but we are deficient? Why eating good food but it's not digesting enough? getting us, getting us, acid, producing, showing us acid problem or acid come out. So we have to stop the processed food. We have to fulfill our mineral deficiency. We have to support our digestion problem. We have to support our systems to digest food properly. We have to look at our good bacteria by supporting, by helping, by promoting your probiotics, and we have to fix our gut. We have to fix our leaky gut. We have to fix our depletion of the mucus in the gut layer. How? By producing enough acid, adding extra acid, by make ourselves hydrated. Also, staying away from the processed food. We can look at that. Those are the root cause of the acidity. How can you get rid of acidity? I have 7 solutions. First of all, some acid. Add some acid. Someone might say, hey, acidity means already too much acid. I said earlier, acidity is too much acid. By saying one wrong thing, 50% world population got acidity problem. And people cannot get out of the acidity problem when you think acidity means too much acid. Acidity means actually lack of acid, but acid coming out because sphincter get loose. So if you support your stomach with acid, the sphincter will get closed, then you will solve the acidity problem. So put some acid in your tummy with a meal or throughout the day, like apple cider vinegar, like a apple, like a clove, like some small amount of milk. Anything acidic, you can, something sour that's have acid, put in before you meal, like a ginger. That's gonna help you to grow your acid level day by day. So sphincter, the gate of the stomach, will get nice and closed. Second thing is probiotic. Probiotic will help you good bacteria to grow. Probiotics will help your gut layer to regrow, mucus layer which is depleted, that need to be regrown by supporting probiotic support. And then eat right food. You have to eat right food because right food would boost up your digestion, and that will regenerate your body with a healthy body. That way, acidity. Intermittent fasting, so that will help you to grow your good bacteria. That will help you to heal the wound in the stomach to get out of acid problem, and chew thoroughly so that food can be digested properly. That will not produce too much, showing too much acid. You have to get out of the stress. You have to go out and run and walk and get enough oxygen to make your body enough alkaline so that you can get out of problem. So instantly, what you do, you feel acidic, your client, your friends, or your family member, or any of your patient, you're feeling some kind of acid burning, is kind of burning sensation. What do you do? Simple: eat apple, chew some cloves, drink some ginger tea, cup of milk. That's an instant solution. But the other 6 I said earlier, those are the permanent solution. As seen in the picture, some milk, eat apple, some clove, that will help you. So first 6 is gonna be permanent solution, but number 7, instantaneous solution when you feel acid sensation. At the end, we can say that the root cause of all disease is digestion. If digestion is good, your body is going to be working good, you're going to be fine. And digestion is not working properly, you get all types of disease, and you cannot help yourself to be healthy. And understand that digestion starts from your mouth and it go by 6 steps all the way, teeth or mouth to esophagus, through the stomach, then support of pancreas, go to intestine for absorption, and large intestine where you have anus and other organs to release, to eliminate your waste. So we also learned that optimum health is not only what you eat, it also how you eat, how you're chewing properly, what's your mental stability, and also how your digestion system. So you are what you eat, how you eat, and how you digest and how you absorb. That's how your health is. So eating good food is not only thing that you can need to be careful. And then finally is, if you have a health problem, digestion problem, support naturally. It will rebuild your system. You not go to too much diseases. And then I like to remind you housekeeping today. Today housekeeping is for this week. This week you'll have three things need to do. First thing, read the discussion activity and then post by Wednesday, first post, and then reply your first classmate by Friday, reply your last or second classmate by Sunday. Also, you need to take your quiz. So after watching video, you feel comfortable and take the quiz. Quiz you can try only once. It's only 10 questions for 30 minutes in all multiple choice or true and false. And you have to take it by Sunday. Articles and textbook, you have a folder. Read the articles and textbook to learn more knowledge. So finally, I'd like to tell you that who you are, what you eat, how you eat, and how you digest. If you have any question, feel free to email me. Feel free to email our teaching assistant, Jennifer, Mark, and Aya. Thank you very much. That's all I have for you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again in the next lecture. Thank you.